Hey, how's it going, everyone?
We are here covering the brand new CGI, and they're calling it an anime series, but it's a CGI Resident Evil Infinite Darkness series.
Yes.
Not a CGI film. That was announced today at the Sunday Tokyo Game Show. Is the one bit of information that we got that was new.
It was leaked prior to Tokyo Game Show.
That is correct.
And it is coming in 2021 as a Netflix exclusive.
And we are very excited
Yes,
for this. We
I am
love
very
the
excited.
CG. Us as fans, we love the CGI films, and we really enjoyed Vendetta. And this being a show really got us excited, and to see our characters of Leon and Claire return in the current canon timeline as we know it to expand. And this being a series has us very excited because it can actually do so much more than what just a one-off movie can do.
Yeah, they can tell a really good, consistent story. They have the ability to tell a consistent story. I really just hope, they do this justice, and all of the right hands are in the pot. So all the right hands are there.
The same lead designer from the last movie. That oversees
same producers.
the CG.
Yep. They have the. It's like a combination of everything that's going on.
Yeah, they did put out a little press release in Japanese on the website that we'll probably post here as we're talking about it, so you guys can kind of see,
Yeah, the official title is Biohazard Infinite Darkness or Resident Evil Infinite Darkness.
I love the title Infinite Darkness. I like that as a.
I like it too.
I like that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
Sounds
that. I
pretty
guess
badass.
we'll break into that first before we start breaking down the screenshots we took. But, obviously it's owned by Capcom, Cubico or Cubeco.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Cubico. They're the full 3D CG animation production company, and TMS Entertainment is the production producer.
Yep.
So it's got all the right hands in the pot, man. I'm excited for it. I really am.
Yeah, it's coming to Netflix, so what better platform, I guess, as far as streaming to the masses and releasing everything in bulk. We don't know if it's going to be 6 or 10 episodes, or if there's going to be multiple seasons, or is it just going to be a one-off, or they're going to base it off how the streams go. I would like to see this ongoing more so than the live-action one, to be honest, because now that this is in the equation for Netflix, I honestly care a little bit less, if I even cared at all, about the live-action Resident Evil.
I can honestly
you
say
have
the same
this.
thing. Yeah.
So people that aren't a fan of the live action or think everything's too phony, well, you at least have this that's actually canon to the story that we know as fans. And I'm just really excited to see Leon and Claire back. I think this is going to be really cool. I think they're going to do some really cool stuff with the characters. We don't know why they're doing what they're doing. We just know they're both investigating something. They were very vague today at Tokyo Game Show explaining what they are doing, from what we saw in the trailer. But
it also looks like Tom's Entertainment is responsible, at least for creating intellectual properties. It looks like they did Lupin the Third, On Pawn Man, and Detective Conan. Those three are
those are
really big.
Yeah,
they're really big anime series, which is maybe why they're calling this an anime series, because it's an anime company.
Yeah.
And now that I'm looking at it, it might be Cubico.
Cubico?
Yeah, maybe. I'm just gonna go with my gut and call it Cubico. But they are the company that did make the full-length, feature-length animation Vendetta.
Which we liked. And, there's the only thing that we got with this information, with our excitement, we're very stoked on it, is a 50-second, trailer. And we're not going to show the trailer for you today to avoid any copyright claims or strikes, because we've had run-ins with the animation companies in the past. They're very weird about showing the trailer in a certain way. So we're going to be showing you screenshots from the trailer.
Yeah, that we took. Some of them we did not take, which, they're concept arts.
Right.
Which we didn't take them.
Yeah.
So they're provided. But, yeah, I mean...
Friday with the press release.
Yeah. Let's get into the screenshots and start breaking this down, man, because
right.
I'm really excited. Well, I guess we'll start by breaking down what we're seeing here, which is Leon sitting on the couch.
Poster, yeah.
Claire's leaning next to him.
Guns are
Dude, my Cleon heart is ready.
the Cleon, Claire
Dude,
and
look
Leon.
at this. Look at this, bro.
Yeah,
Shit.
they look great. She's wearing her like Resident Evil 2, like a hybrid of her
Jacket, yeah.
RE2 remake jacket. Leon looks all dapper in the suit. Looks like he's ready to kill. He's got his Matilda ready to go.
They chose the right duo. I personally think they chose the right duo.
Yeah, this kind of brings it back to the first, animated series or animated film. So I think bringing it back to these two is really important, and I'm just so excited to see these characters progress, being older, being much older. You know what I mean? Being facing their 40s and their 40s.
If this is then.
If this is then, we don't know when this takes place, but where else really could it take place after Resident Evil 6 and Vendetta? Because Vendetta, up until this point, you wouldn't have think that this would have happened, but maybe they can easily be like, yeah, it did happen before Vendetta. It happened before Leon went off on a drunken, rage. But I think that this would be after 7, maybe after Vendetta. That would be cool.
I mean, they could pull a fast one on us, and this could be before Degeneration.
Yeah, they could.
Because these
I wouldn't even
Leon
be mad,
and Claire
though.
look. I wouldn't be mad either, but they look young. It's another story.
Right.
That's what we want. I'm super pumped, man.
Yeah.
I love the design. A lot of people were complaining about Claire's nose. I think she looks fine.
I think Claire looks great.
I think she looks great.
Yeah, I think Leon definitely looks like his RE6 self in RE Vendetta. He basically looked the same in both of those properties, but
Well, Vendetta, he had that weird
yeah, it was like it was a little bit different.
Yeah, he had that weird look to his chin and everything.
Chris definitely looked the weirdest in that whole movie, for sure.
I really do think Vendetta, they both looked a little weird.
Yeah.
But this is definitely closer to his Resident Evil 6 look.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It looks darker. It looks grittier, just from the trailer alone, and some of these screenshots. It does look like dimly lit, and I like the rays kind of beaming in through like a window that you see on the poster going across there. Looks really cool.
You got the blood splattered on the wall, which just looks like the chair that we're going to see in some of these screenshots, where a certain individual seems to have taken his own life.
Yes.
With a shotgun.
Yes. They're keeping stuff very vague here.
Yeah, and there was no dialogue in the trailer at all.
No.
Which I like.
Yeah, it was definitely a teaser. It was more of a teaser than a trailer.
Yeah, and one of the things that the website really didn't say much, but one of the things that did say that got me really excited and Anthony really excited was the fact that they specifically mention the experience is enhanced with headphones.
Yeah.
Meaning I really do feel like they're going to shoot this like a horror series.
It's going to be like maybe an Atmos mix
with action
or some
secondary.
Kinda, yeah.
Instead of action first.
Yeah.
Horror second.
Or you can have certain elements of the season where it's like the first half is like this and the other half. That's what's good about a show is you can take the time to also fix stuff about, what I mean,
and I'm excited, bro, because if this does well, we might get a Jill and Chris.
And another CG movie that we can actually go out and see. That would be really cool.
Or we might get a CG movie, and maybe they'll abandon the project and they'll fucking can the live action shit.
In a perfect world, John.
And they'll just keep doing these, because I would love to see these return yearly or bi-yearly.
It'd be great, man, just to see it in another way. Like, this is the 25th year of Resident Evil coming up, and there's just going to be a lot of stuff they're probably going to announce and showcase. And we know of 2 Netflix shows, and we have, Resident Evil Village coming out. So this is going to be a big year. And I think coming back, reeling it back to the CG, because they've been successful in Japan, and they've also been successful in America. So, I don't see any wrong with doing something like this. I think all Resident Evil fans should be really excited. This is probably the best news we've gotten all week, to be honest with you. I'm really excited about this. I just want to clarify that, we didn't get a lot of stuff that we thought we were going to get at TGS this past weekend, but this was a treat. This really was. And I'm just really stoked to see some dialogues, to see a scene, because they said they've been working hard on it, so I'm sure it's almost done to be put out sometime in the first or second quarter of next year, I would hope, or maybe even the fall. It might be even after the movie comes out, but or the game comes out rather. But so we shall see. But let's go into the second screenshot here.
Yeah, so first screenshot that I took from the trailer is one of Claire just kind of looking at the house.
It does look like to be in the middle of nowhere. It does. It looks like an old, decrepit, abandoned house. Yeah, like a farmhouse. Yeah.
I get the impression.
Like a rancher.
I don't know if you get this impression, but I get the impression from this house, from the outside, of the first Men in Black movie. where the alien lands and he's like
Oh
sugar.
yeah.
That's what this house reminded me of when I first saw it. I was like, this is that
Completely
kind of
desolate,
isolation.
yeah.
And yeah, there's Claire looking,
She's
great.
got a smartwatch on.
She's got well, I think in the other thing it looks like it's just a regular watch, but it looks like a smartwatch in the next picture. Which, I mean, people have been drawing parallels to like, why does it look like the baker's house? Doesn't, I mean, it's a house.
It's a house. It's definitely not the baker's. Though.
No, it's not the baker's house though. And then here we get a good shot of Claire. How do you think she looks in motion?
I think she looks great. I mean, the CG looks phenomenal to where like it can almost be mistaken for live action, which they mentioned on the website. But it's true. Like it's so good and clear.
Yeah.
And so obviously it's 4K. Like so, this is going to be broadcasted in 4K. I'm sure when it gets up.
Yeah.
So it looks incredible, and I'm a big fan of Claire's design in this. I think she looks like a little bit older, but it's Claire.
Yeah.
To me, you know what I mean. I like. Okay.
She looks.
I know she's older, and I know some people might be like, "What the fuck, Anthony?" I like her in this better than RE2 remake.
Yeah.
I like how she looks here. She just looked weird.
She looks like a duck in RE2 remake.
She just didn't. I don't have a problem with because I know people were making fun of Leon, Justin Bieber, whatever. People were making that joke when the first E3 trailer got leaked for RE2. But I like this look of Claire. She looks more like Revelations 2 Claire in this,
Code Veronica
and Code Veronica Claire. So I know that they always change designs with every project and game and movie. We know this with Chris.
Not as much as Chris.
Right.
Chris literally looks different.
Right. But with remake, of course, I understand that they were going for a different design entirely because it was a remake.
Mm-hmm.
We should see Claire in the sequels in the current timeline to resemble what she looks like in the current game. So Revelations 2, I feel like they drew from that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that was the most current in the game
Yeah.
that wasn't a remake. So I'm happy, personally, that they didn't make her look like RE2 remake Claire.
Yeah, and
they weren't just like, that was the current thing, so let's just reuse that.
And I'll always prefer the original designs of Claire and Leon.
Yeah.
Compared to the new remake ones. I just think that they look more mature.
Yeah,
they don't
man.
look as much cartoony.
Right. And it's just like, so yeah, her in motion, big fan. Big fan of the design. For sure. Like I like her in motion, even maybe make it up more than just what the poster was, so it was able to have me make that a thing.
100%. I'm a huge fan of her jacket.
Yes.
Next up, we took a picture of what looks to be like a capsule of some kind with a gooey,
something in there, some kind of substance.
Almost like gelatinous liquid.
Yeah.
What is it?
And there's multiple of them on the floor.
There's a lot of them.
She steps on one, but there's others that are scattered throughout. And, was it the owner of this house that had these samples, or is that who, we're about to find? It's little,
because there's samples, there's shotgun shells, there's a Magnum on the floor, and there's also cigarettes on the floor.
So some shit went down here.
Yeah, so this guy was camping out or something. He was
in the middle of nowhere,
staking out
on a ranch or just waiting or something. Yeah.
It almost looks, and I could be wrong here, this could be a big reach, but I don't want to drown out the possibility. It almost looks like a leech. You see how there's that solid mass that looks like it's almost trickling down?
Yeah.
It almost looks like a leech, bro. And I'm curious to see if they're going to be bringing the leeches back.
Yeah, because we know, and obviously there's some kind of virus going around because we clearly see a zombie in the trailer and in a screenshot that you're about to see. So it's we know that they can easily connect it to leeches. You know what I mean? Or they can connect.
They could.
It to,
now, it could not be a leech. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying I want it to be. I'm just saying it kind of sort of looks like the container had a leech kind of coming out of it.
Well, this is what you get. When you hear us do these breakdowns and insight, we just try to observe everything and weigh out all the possibilities, So, I wonder what it is. Wonder what the sample is.
I'm not sure, but it definitely looks like something that was supposed to be contained.
Yeah. This looks like the reason why right here. So this person's clearly dead, but there is a shotgun by the wayside, and it looks like they killed themselves with a shotgun.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying this looked like Leon, from Resident Evil 2 when the trailer the teaser first came out. Yeah. It is not Leon.
No.
It is not. He's not wearing an RPD uniform.
He doesn't have a face because he blew his head off, so we don't know who it is.
This is, in fact, most likely the farmer, because this is the shot where she looks over And you can see shotgun shells. You can see shotgun shells in the container.
Yep.
A little to the left, you can see a Magnum. Not in this screenshot because I could only take a screenshot, but when it's panning in the video, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll actually see the concept art for this individual in a little bit.
Zombie.
Yeah, next up, I tried to get the best screenshot of a zombie I could. It's really hard because the YouTube, it's like frame by frame is so fast and there's so much motion blur where it doesn't look good when it's not in motion. There's no still frames for me to take because I can't, with the YouTube, I can't like take like a closer frame. But I wanted the main reason why I wanted to try to get a picture and I upped the exposure a little bit is because I wanted to see what the eyes looked like.
Yes.
And the eyes seem to be
2 different colors, it looks like. That's what I see.
I think that was just the screenshot time because they both were blue. But the eyes appear to be very reminiscent to me of the ones that were found in Vendetta, where the eyes are like blue.
Yeah, yeah. They have that same like aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm happy just to see zombies, again, too. And, just keep making it to where we don't see a lot of... I mean, I'm sure there'll be action elements in this, but it won't be, like, too overbearing, Yeah.
Not the not the zombies that were, like... Not the super zombies that were, like, on leashes and stuff. I mean, like, the people who were turning into zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, that could just be, like... Because they wanted them to look like zombies. I'm not saying there's a connection. I'm just saying it kind of looks reminiscent of that design, which I like.
Yeah, it's more just, like... like every single time you don't want to do the same like stale zombie. You always want to make them look a little bit different, and switch it up a little bit. So hopefully we'll see some kind of, threat, maybe some kind of BOWs that they're going to have to go up against as well, in addition to your traditional zombies, of course.
Yeah.
I think this was them just trying to say in the teaser, hey, look, this is going to be like Leon and Claire, like more of like
Resident
a
Evil like you know
Resident Evil like you know it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get our shot of what's that looks to be the zombie that just got shot and killed, the one that was running in the trailer, and this individual who's on the ground. When it first came out, before I got to see higher detailed pictures and I got to see like closer pictures, I thought this could be Neil from Rev 2. I don't think that anymore. I think this is an original character.
An OG character that's being rescued by Leon?
Yeah.
Or seeked out by Leon. He has a gun, so clearly he's fending for himself.
And it looks like he was also at some kind of banquet or party because he's wearing a like it looks like his jacket.
Yeah, yeah. There has to be there has to be a reason why they were dressed up the way they were, and then shit probably hit the fan, and then they had to go run. It was kind of like in Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
At the university when like it was like everything was like set up for like this big ass like ceremony and event, and there was like the tables were set out and everything, and then it all went like fuck up. So maybe that might be another similar situation that we'll see to start the show and see how everything unfolds. And
kind of almost looks like a show hall.
Yeah.
Because look, like that's
the big ass window. Yeah,
the big ass window. There's antique looking tables and chairs back there. Because when I first saw this, I thought that was like a railing and there were stairs. But seeing upon it further, there's candlesticks on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, is this a theater? Is this a ballroom? Like what? Where are they?
Yeah.
I'm very curious. I really want to know. And I want to know if this is all in the first episode or if this is going to be like separated.
Yeah, like eventually they'll show it like a few episodes in. And there's your boy Leon.
And then there's your boy Leon, who looks young and oh so handsome.
Yeah, he looks good here, guys. He looks really good. He looks like Leon, so they didn't change him too much.
Yeah, and
it's kind of hard to fuck him up. So.
Yeah, and we do have a close up of him as well.
Right there,
the detail of his face, and he does look photorealistic.
He does. Yeah, the CG looks phenomenal here. It's just good to see a familiar face around here.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see, like, after so long, we're just able to see a familiar face. We see the original characters. I think it's just a good feeling. That's why I think what really gets me excited is that we get to see Leon and Claire and possibly more characters that we know and love.
Yeah.
And then if you have new characters, that's cool. It's a show. You have plenty of time to develop new characters and new ideas. And that's the best thing about this whole thing being a series, being announced as a series, because it's going to be awesome to see how shit unfolds and how people change too.
Yeah, and this is by far the best looking CG Leon.
100%.
Like they nailed the character design, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks so good. It looks like just you're playing a fucking game.
Yeah, like, this nailed the character design. RE6, despite RE6 having problems, I really do think RE6 had the best character design.
Graphics were amazing in that game.
Yeah,
despite what people say about the game, the graphics are incredible.
Yeah, I think they had the best character design.
Like 5 was amazing, and 6 was right on par with 5 too. Like just the lighting and the like everything. You can literally, if you play PC on 6, you can literally see the dust on Leon's jacket. Like it's no joke. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I really enjoy the aesthetics of that game.
And I like Leon's wardrobe, so
yeah,
I'm digging
me too.
it.
I like how he's kind of like just getting in some facial hair.
Yeah,
they're always they're always teasing people with the stubble.
He's got the stubble, man.
And then we have our first concept art picture.
This is cool because it is, you could tell it is a farmhouse literally in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's crazy. You can even see like hills and mountains in the background a little bit, like silhouettes of them, with a bike to the left. And this is the farmhouse where she finds the guy who killed himself or the farmer who shot himself.
Yep.
And this looks awesome. This looks like a place where you don't want to be by yourself, which is why I hope that, maybe we'll see Leon come to the rescue here. We don't know, but Claire is investigating. So I like the flashlight aspect of it, and there's even a bat, like I said, that flies around in the house. When she goes inside the house, there's like a bat that like flies around. I don't know if that has any significance to any of the the story or anything like that, but yeah, this is basically just another concept thing of the house. Looks awesome though. Looks great. And
there's a truck back there. That's what made me really think of that's what really made me think of the Men in Black scene.
Yeah. With the truck outside, yeah. Yep. Yeah, really cool. Really cool piece of concept art. And then this is even better. This is Claire reacting to the gruesome scene of the guy shooting himself in the head, so he's completely decapitated.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the farmer, and it looks creepy as hell. But who is he? Who is this person? Why is she seeking out this house, and why is she going in here by herself? Yeah, there has to be something going on here, and this looks creepy. This looks like a horror show. This looks like a horror movie. You know what I mean? It's cool. Very original RE.
Yeah, it really is, and the wardrobe in the back kind of gives me that RE4 vibe from when you find Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it looks like there's a door right there. Maybe a closet door.
Yeah, it looks like a closet. Looks all messy. You got the files spread out and stuff like that. This reminds me of like an old school concept art that you would see in like one of the old Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I love the jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Looks like it's in the same place where the event was being held. These look like really big like stairs that lead up to another area.
Yeah, who knows what this
there's
is?
There's a statue on the bottom too. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a statue on the bottom, so I don't know if it's like a museum or another part where Leon's exploring. I'm not sure, but it's just different. It's just different. There's a couple different things that like as far as like where the location of this game is going, or of this TV show is going to take place. Is it going to take place in multiple areas? Is the plot going to be changing with like what's going on between each season? There's so much room to work with when you're dealing with a show and a CGI show, and just any show in general. But I'm very excited where they can take this and see where Leon's investigating.
And then we have one final concept art of Leon and what appears to be.
What does it say on the
I was
the
just
text?
official life in the White House. So it's the White House.
Oh, it's the White House.
So he's in the White House.
Okay.
Confirmed.
In the White House.
We actually didn't look at these screenshots before we started the video.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like. It says official life in the White House.
Is it another president that he's going to have to kill? Is this guy going to have to kill?
Maybe this is the one that he kills before Adam. Maybe that's why Adam was president in 6.
I don't know.
I really don't think this takes place before 6 or after 6. I think it's before 6.
He does look a little bit younger, Leon.
He does, and so does Claire.
Right. I don't know if that was just like, maybe it does take place later and they just designed it like that. I don't know. But okay, confirmed. Yeah, it looks like he's in the White House. But what the hell's going down in the White House? What's going on? At this point it looks, desolate and isolated, and Leon's just going down this big ass fucking hallway by himself.
Yeah.
So it looks terrifying. And okay, yeah, so there you go.
Well, actually we have some more. There is also another screenshot here of Claire kind of looking like it shows the house as far away from the city as possible, or wherever that it is.
It's kind of like a shot of I would say like kind of like a fixed camera perspective, but yeah, it's very, very movie camera-esque, where it's like you see the branches in front that are out of focus, and then you see her walking to the house. Really cool imagery here. It looks really cool. And yeah, you can see the city and the hills in the background. Big fan of that. This one is kind of a continuation of the last one that we saw with Leon walking down the hallway. This time there's a zombie dead in the hallway in the White House.
2 bullet holes in the glass.
2 bullet holes in the window. So who the fuck was trying to either shoot at Leon, or Leon was trying to shoot something?
I don't know. But it's the White House.
I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like Leon's got a little bit of a belly going on here. I don't know if that's just the way the light's coming in, but I don't know if it has to do with him being a little bit older.
Yeah, his shirt might be untucked. He looks really young in this picture.
He does look younger a bit. I don't know. He still looks good though. He still looks good. Still looks like Leon. Doesn't look like crackhead, like
Doesn't
Chris.
look like crackhead Chris.
Yeah.
And then we have for our last screenshot here, well, there's actually 4 screenshots. We'll put them all up at once, but there's 4 potential zombie models that might be seen in the CGI series. These were all apparently posted by a Chinese artist's Twitter account, and then they were removed when the early leak happened with the actual trailer on Saturday the 26th. Biohazard Cast is where we got these images from. They managed to save them before they got taken down, which is always awesome. So, shout out to them for being able to have them. Our Discord did post them, and that's where we got some of them, but then we went looking for like where they might have got them from just to see.
Yeah.
And so this is interesting. Nothing official yet. I mean, it's pretty hard to believe that the artwork would have been done that fast after an accidental leak, but yeah.
You never know.
What do you guys think? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments below.
I'm really excited, man. I really want Leon and Claire to be on the screen, and I really hope that it does well so they continue it.
I'm excited to see their paths continue, even if it was like something like we said that isn't like exactly after 7, but just to see more on their story and more on what they want to do, and really know how like some of this, like sometimes how age can affect some of these characters, and going through so much. And going through stuff that seems like it's never going to end, like infinite darkness, right? Like something that like just never seems to end, like a nightmare. It'll be really cool to see how it's affecting our heroes like Leon and Claire, because there's no reason why it wouldn't affect them in any particular way.
Yeah.
And I hope that that's something that they, expand on. But I love the title. I'm so stoked for this over the live action Netflix series. Definitely let us know what you think. We're going to keep tabs on this thing the whole time.
Yeah, this is something we might even be doing like Patreon watch-alongs with.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because it's just more RA goodness that we can watch and intake and indulge in. And that's about it for this video.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you all.
Peace. This video was brought to you by our supporters over on Patreon, where users like Brittany Kempf make it possible to keep on delivering awesome content. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like Leon dropped Ada in the laboratory, and consider hitting subscribe for more Resident Evil content. Don't forget to join our Discord in the link below, and you can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Until next time.